Hello everyone. As you can see from the intro, in today's video we are going to be platinuming South Park: The Stick of Truth. This game was released on March 14th, 2014, and I have never played it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But it's currently on sale on the PlayStation Store, so I decided to download it and embark on what I'm assuming will be one of the funniest platinum trophies I will ever earn. We just hit 20 subscribers, so if you find yourself enjoying the video, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button for me. And when you go outside next time, I promise you will find the Stick of Truth. We begin our journey as the new kid in South Park, hanging out in our room before heading outside to see Butters getting absolutely mollywopped by this elven kid. We intervene.
Hey, no fair, that's cheating. I'm gonna tell my mom.
Fuck you. Before befriending Butters and heading to Koopa Keep, aka Cartman's backyard. The very first thing that we must do is speak with Clyde, who is running the armory for Koopa Keep, as we need to befriend everyone in South Park, and his friendship becomes locked after we speak with Cartman. Don't mess up like I did. Ah, shit, we messed up. Run it back. Run it back. Speaking to Cartman sets us up to earn our first trophy, acceptance, which just requires us to accept the name douchebag, which Cartman bestows upon us twice.
Very well, douchebag. You will now
We got our first trophy. Acceptance. You accepted your fate and chose the name douchebag yourself. We next choose our class, with me choosing mage for the first playthrough, not realizing that we are going to have to play as the Jew class for a trophy in the future, but we'll get to that later. We knock out a few basic tutorials teaching us how to fight before heading out to the open world to start exploring South Park. One of the early missions we were given is to recruit a few other kids for Cartman, and here we have a chance to earn a mystical trophy. We grab the evil Cartman's goatee from Cartman's house and then must head to the police station and check a locker to retrieve a key to the jail cell, where we find a bald cap. We are tasked with going to pick up and deliver a package to Tweak at his family coffee shop, and we must wear the bald cap and code T when we confront the...
These guys might be scientists.
Yeah, scientists, in order to earn our trophy. You defeated the meth tweakers while wearing the evil Cartman goatee and a bald cap. Heisenberg. We take a side mission from Mr. Kim asking us to clear out the neighboring Tower of Peace, which is full of Mongolian kids. In one of these battles, we are able to block every attack to earn our next trophy. Oh shit! Shut out. I didn't even fucking know we was getting a trophy right now. While we were in the Tower of Peace, we collected a Chim Pokemon to earn this trophy. Poco. Hey, shit. We are doing this shit, Space. Our next trophy was earned by taking a shit in a toilet, sticking it in our pocket, Napoleon Dynamite style, and hurling it at this elven protector. You made this for you. You flung a turd of your own creation at an enemy. Getting back on the main story quest line, we end up having to go to the elementary school to bust Craig out of detention.
Craig, this is detention, okay? Stop looking at your watch because you're here for 3 hours, buddy, okay?
Whatever.
Now don't think your friends are gonna come bust you out this time, Craig.
My name is Feldspar, and I'm a level 6 thief, and the humans will soon rescue me from this tower.
No, your name is fucking Craig Tucker, and you're in detention. Now start doing your homework.
Here we were able to grab a missable trophy where we must defeat the hallway monitor boss while wearing freckles. Hey, there we go, Daywalker. We next must head with Cartman and the squad to the Giggling Donkey, where we earned 3 trophies quickly. The first trophy was earned when we went downstairs to confront the Bard, aka Jimmy. While down here, we end up farting onto this open flame and knocking out these 3 elven warriors to earn our next trophy. The next trophy came during a battle back on the main floor, where we blocked 100 attacks over the course of the game. The third trophy was earned in the attic after we leveled up and maxed out one of our abilities. Got the mastery trophy. Heading back to Koopa Keep, we were officially accepted into the kingdom of Koopa Keep.
Welcome to the KKK.
Whoa. Okay, new kid on the block. Since it's nighttime, we head back home and climb into bed, where we are visited by aliens and abducted onto their spaceship. Here, we end up having to free Randy from a probing machine before escaping the spaceship. We defeat the pilot and co-pilot, causing the spacecraft to crash at the mall, and upon waking back up in our bed, we are greeted with this trophy. Hey, first day in South Park. Throughout the game, we opened every garage we could, with the final garage being Kyle's garage, to get this trophy. Oh shit, Parkeologist. You opened all the garages in South Park. Whoop, whoop. On our way to complete side missions, we noticed this Chim Pokemon at the movie theater, shooting it down and earning another trophy. Chin Poco Loco. Since this is a South Park game, there is a lot of farting in it, as evident by our next trophy we earned by adding a little bit of insult to injury.
Dude, what'd you eat?
Hey, there it is. Stay down. You farted on 10 enemies in the world that were knocked out. We were sent to go recruit the goth kids into our group. They would not accept us until we passed their initiation, with the first test being to dress goth. We then needed to get a picture with the sign at the community center during a PTA meeting. Finally, we were able to gain their allegiance after knocking out this rhythm section, earning the most ironic trophy. Nonconformist. You befriended the goths like everyone else playing this game. We were also able to impress one of our subscribers on Twitch by completing this so effortlessly. You said you're impressed. Space, did you doubt me? You said you seen people fail terribly at that rhythm bit? What? Not me, Space. I got a little I got a little rhythm inside me, you know?
Boy, if you don't
Upon heading back to Cartman, we then start the next part of the story, which sees us storm the school again to try and get the Stick of Truth back from the Elven faction. Here we are able to earn an easily missable trophy, which requires us to be bitten by gingers 3 times. Yeah! We got gingivitis. Gingers have bitten you 3 times without you blocking. Good shit. While in the basement of the school, we were able to perform our 100th perfect attack on these mutant bacteria in order to pop this next trophy. Oh shit, weapon proficiency? Over the course of the game, we've scored 100 perfect attacks. Good shit. We head back upstairs to confront Kyle, and we are then asked again to choose a side between Kyle and Cartman. Ultimately, we're gonna need to attack both in order to earn 2 separate trophies, but for this first playthrough, I stayed loyal to the KKK. And attacked Kyle. We made slight work of Kyle, and upon defeating him, we were rewarded with a trophy. KKK hero. Upon defeating Kyle, the goth kids head to the desk to retrieve the Stick of Truth before realizing that the stick is not there. We are sent to a locker which belongs to Clyde, who was previously banished by Cartman from space and time.
The Stick of Truth. The elves got it. That was your one goddamn job, Clyde! To guard the Stick of fucking Truth! Clyde, you are hereby banished from space and time! What? No! You can't do that. Yeah, I can! You're banished and lost in time and space! Yeah, go home, Clyde!
Where we discover that Clyde has taken the stick and proclaimed himself the ruler of darkness. Our previous declaration of allegiance ends up meaning nothing, as we have to all team up to take on our new shared threat. Seeing the size of the army of darkness, we are then tasked with recruiting the girls into our army. They give us some missions, one of which requires us to disguise ourselves as a girl and go to the Unplanned Parenthood clinic. We do a few questionable things here that I'd rather not go into detail about before facing off against some Nazi fetus zombies. Yeah. Here we get a missable trophy, which just needs us to fart on the knocked out body of one of those zombies. The title is correctly named. Keeping with just completely inappropriate content that fits perfectly in a South Park game, we end up having a boss battle against, let me get this right, a Nazi zombie fetus from Khloe Kardashian. I take this moment to get a quick little trophy, which just requires us to overload on mana and shit our pants during a boss battle. The girls next task us with heading to Canada in order to decipher the language from a record found in the Unplanned Parenthood clinic. Here, we learn a new fart technique and make friends with a lot of Canadians, including the Minister of Montreal, in order to earn our next trophy. After freeing the minister from the cave, I realized that we missed the opportunity to fart on him, which is required to earn the trophy Truth to Power, which has us fart on 4 authority figures: Mayor McDaniels, Principal Victoria, Priest Maxie, and the Minister. So we load up a previous save to fart on the Minister before freeing him and earn this trophy. Throughout the game, we use Cartman's asshole a lot. Pause. Cartman has strong fire attacks that he farted out of his ass, and upon defeating these rats with his ass, we earned our trophy. Ass on fire. He defeated 20 enemies using Cartman's ass. During our second night of sleeping, we are confronted by underpants gnomes, and once we defeat them and end the night, we are tasked with collecting underpants for the gnomes. Friending the crab people who are in the sewers locked behind a big boulder and collecting all 5 of the underpants for the gnomes, we get our next trophy. At this point, we had finished all side missions in the game, so we gather up our newly formed nation of elves, humans, goths, and girls, and Kevin.
Let us charge our shields and use photon torpedoes to vaporize the Klingons! Kevin, god damn it. Every fucking time, Kevin. God fucking damn it, seriously. I'm sorry.
And storm Clyde's Castle of Darkness. We make our way up to the castle, and before confronting Clyde, we find Randy Marsh. He informs us that the government has put a nuke inside of Mr. Slave because, of course, and they are planning on nuking South Park. They require us to shrink ourselves using the gnome dust we got from the gnomes and venture into Mr. Slave's ass. It's so hard explaining this journey. Anyways, we achieve a trophy by summoning Mr. Slave while inside of Mr. Slave. This trophy is missable, as is the friendship of Big Gay Owl, which is earned by answering this ringing phone within the first 5 seconds of it ringing. Up to this point, we had collected costumes around the world, and after disarming the nuke and exiting Mr. Slave, we received a trophy rewarding us. With the nuke disarmed, we confront Clyde, who introduces a reanimated chef. We make quick work of Chef, giving him a fiery surprise to put him down before Cartman banished Clyde from space and time, again, by Spartan kicking him off the castle.
I banish thee from space and time!
We are promoted to King Douchebag, and before retrieving the Stick of Truth, the government swoops in and takes it. Kenny ends up betraying us, siding with the big bad government guy, and we have one final big bad boss battle against Princess Kenny. It is a team effort, but with the help of all of our buddies, we defeat Princess Kenny and her zombie variations by farting on Kenny's balls. Defeating Kenny while wearing our girl disguise earns us this missable trophy. We also pop the trophies, and we head home after the in-game credits and speak with our mom and dad, which earns us a trophy. With the majority of the main trophies earned, I took this time to start grinding some of the more tedious trophies. I went to a vendor and unloaded all the junk items that we had accumulated, which popped this trophy. We then spawned everybody in our party and made sure to fart on all of them to earn this trophy. Next, during a battle, Cartman got knocked out and we were able to defeat the 3 remaining dogs to earn this trophy. Throughout the open world, we had found all of the chim Pokemon with the exception of one. So we headed back to the school cafeteria, blowing open the oven and getting the last chim Pokemon to finish our collection. As I was collecting all of the weapons and costumes in the game, I found myself purchasing some items in Canada and I earned this trophy. Okay, make it rain. We spent $500. Everything was going smoothly at this point, but upon getting 102 of the 103 available costumes and weapon, I realized that we missed something. A tinfoil hat that we could only get on a spaceship from a hobo. This meant that we needed to go back to a previous save before we slept for the first night and then start our costume and weapon journey again from that point. I first decided to work on 2 trophies that we missed during our first playthrough. We needed to beat Princess Kenny while looking like the Hoff and having dire AIDS, which you can track from the dire animals in Canada. With our new face and disease in hand, we take on the Dark Castle once again, defeating Princess Kenny to earn both of these trophies at once. Okay, so we got the face off trophy and outpatient. These next trophies flew pretty fast. We earned dog whistle for shrinking into gnome form before farting on a knocked out dog. I found a cat at the top of this billboard sign and farted on it a few times to get the animal cruelty trophy. I also found out that this next trophy pops regardless of if you fart on people or animals, so I decided to continue farting on the poor kitty from before another 28 times to get to that 100 mark. I told you there was a lot of farting in this game. I returned to the Lost Forest to fight some more dogs and needed to shit my pants in 3 separate battles. Since I was already here, I continued battling the constantly spawning dogs to get our next trophy, which required us to have our buddy Kenny die in battle 10 times.
Oh my god! They've killed Kenny! You bastard!
My next priority was finishing up my friends list, as we had already worked to get mainly everyone as a friend. The very last friend required us to have Cartman as our buddy in order to speak with Polly Prissy-Pants, who was sitting on Cartman's bed.
Let's have tea sometime to celebrate Eric, our mutual
There it
hero.
is, more popular than John Lennon. I loaded up a previous save data where we had to make the decision between siding with Cartman or Kyle. Since we sided with Cartman the first playthrough, I had to side with Kyle this time and outfart Cartman in battle in order to become the elven hero. Our next trophy came from farting on enemies who were channeling their powers. This was a special move that required certain enemies to charge up a turn, but not all enemies do this. So I loaded up a previous save data again against enemies I knew used their charging powers, the gnomes, and knocked out this trophy pretty easily. Since I was already here, I went ahead and played out this part of the game, which found us popping out of the vents in the wall to watch a disturbing sight. For obvious reasons, I can't show the actual gameplay in this video, so I'll post a picture of a bird and a bee to look at for a minute. After watching this picture of the bird and the bee for a full minute, we earn our next trophy and can move past this site. I next sought out Jesus. This trophy required us to play as the Jew class, which I did for the second playthrough, and we needed to go play a 2-round game of hide and seek with Jesus in the church. Upon finding him for the second time, we found this trophy. I hopped back on stream with the promise that we were not ending our stream until we achieved the platinum trophy. That's gonna be the goal of this stream right here, is literally just to get the fucking platinum. I'm saying we don't fucking stop the stream until we platinum. As a little like dedication kind of thing, you know? And the first step was making sure to not end a battle with our buddy knocked out. Going through our second playthrough with this in mind, we finally earned our trophy after beating Princess Kenny again. At this point, I dedicated all of my time and efforts into the final 2 trophies, one of which required us to collect all of the weapons in the game, while both of which required us to collect all of the costumes in the game. You remember the missable tinfoil hat? Yeah. So I went around collecting and buying all the costumes. Again, I made sure I had the tinfoil hat from the spaceship and everything was looking great until... What the fuck is that? What the fuck is next to the tinfoil hat? It can't be anything fucking crazy. No way. We missed something, right? Oh my God, bro, we missed something. I swear I grabbed that shit, Voxius. Oh my God, bro. Fucking God, bro. All right. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's get God damn, that sucks, bro. You see, after watching our parents having sex, the bird and the bee picture, we had a fight with 3 gnomes, and on one of their bodies, they have an underpants helmet. I had collected this the first playthrough, but apparently missed it the second, which meant that the entire 3 hours of grinding on stream was all for nothing, and we needed to load up a previous save and start over again. At this point, it was pushing 2 in the morning, but there was nothing we could do but get back on it. So I loaded up the closest save to the gnome battle and began the mission to acquire every piece of clothing from this save. I made sure to not miss any missable items in any of the missions, and after a premature celebration where I thought that we got the last item while inside of Mr. Slave, crown of anal pleasure, and that should mean... What are we missing? I realized that the last piece of a 3-part costume was in a little hole in a fence off the sidewalk. I quickly got through the final battle, ran to the hole in the fence, and I will let the raw video play out. It's in here. This is it. There it is right there, them witch gloves. That's it, that's all we needed. That's it. There it is, clothes horror. You've collected all of the available costumes. Full arsenal. You own all the weapons and costumes available in the game. And that means that next should be the fucking platinum trophy. Let's go. South Park, the Stick of Truth Platinum Trophy. And that is how we do it. Oh, and with that, we did it. Earned our second platinum trophy of our young platinum trophy hunting career with what was honestly one of the funniest games I can remember playing. It obviously sucked having to go back and replay part of the game for the missing items, but even with that, it was so fun playing the game that it wasn't bad at all. With the world of South Park conquered, I decided to kick my feet up and enjoy the beautiful scenery of the town. If I had to say what I believe the hardest trophy to achieve was, excluding all story trophies, it would definitely be the full arsenal trophy. Obviously, as missing even just one piece of clothing or weapon in the game requires you to damn near restart the entire game and lose a ton of progress. The easiest trophy goes to Made This For You, as you can literally shit in the first toilet in your house and throw it at the first enemy you face in battle to earn it. If you made it this far, I truly appreciate you for taking the time to support me, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on a game you think would be fun for me to platinum below. Until next time, take care.
There once was a maiden from Stoneberry Hollow. She didn't talk much, but boy did she swallow. Have a nice lance that she set up on. The maiden from Stoneberry, who is also your mom.